Hello and welcome to InThisCornerTV.com, brought to you by Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter. We're at the Palms Hotel and Casino. You see they're breaking things down. Earlier in the night in the main event, Yuriorkis Gamboa broke down Orlando Salido. He already was the WBA featherweight champion. He added the IBF belt to his trophy case with a unanimous, hard-fought 12-round decision. After the fight, we had the opportunity to speak to Gamboa and perhaps his next opponent, Juan Manuel Lopez. First off, congratulations on a tremendous performance.
Antes que nada, felicidades en una gran noche de combate para ti.
Muchas gracias.
Rate your performance. First off, what did you do in there tonight that you weren't happy with?
Antes que nada, califícate tú mismo, sea tu crítico. ¿Cómo tú te viste esta noche? ¿Qué fue lo peor que tuviste esta noche de ti mismo?
Bueno, realmente, como siempre, nunca somos perfectos. Tuve varios problemas arriba del ring, con respecto, a veces me desorganicé, de acuerdo a la existencia que tenía Salido sobre mí, en el agarre, y en ocasiones también estuve un poco desorganizado en el ataque.
I would have to say my main error tonight was the fact that at times I got reckless when Salido just kept coming at me. He kept pressuring at certain times, and I got a little bit reckless, wanting to knock him out.
At times it almost appeared that you were toying with him, playing with him at times.
A veces se vio en el combate y hubieron etapas en la pelea que lucía como si tú estabas jugando con él.
Bueno, realmente es una maestría, como yo le dije, que tengo mucha más maestría deportiva que Salido, y para mí es muy fácil, solamente con mi movimiento de pierna y solamente usando mi jab puedo controlar lo contrario.
There's certain points that I like to make, one of them being my skills as a fighter, as a boxer, using my footwork, using my jab, where I can basically, exhibit my excellence in those areas of my game.
You reminded me a lot of, I saw some Casamayor-esque stuff in him tonight.
Hubieron varias características que me recordaron mucho de Casamayor en diferentes partes de la pelea.
Bueno, yo creo que sí, en la parte de Casamayor yo sé que se refirieran al momento en que Casamayor se mueve mucho y hace mucho desplazamiento y se mueve mucho a los laterales. Eso es algo parte que es de boxeo guantanamero.
Because I have to say that I agree with you, that I know what you're talking about, specifically about his lateral movement, his footwork. That's something that comes from my specific area of Cuba, which is Guantanamo.
I saw, and I was happy to see power late. You had him at the end. I think if you had not committed the little error there hitting him, you got a little aggressive, too aggressive at the end, I think there would have been a knockout.
Mucho de los que estaban en el público y los que estaban viendo en televisión, les agradezco que al final del combate todavía mantuviste tu poder, tu potencia como una pegada. Y si no hubiese sido por el mal golpe que le diste al final, creo que hubiese podido acabar la pelea. ¿Cuál fue tu opinión sobre eso?
Bueno, yo creo que esto fue una mala decisión del árbitro, porque esto fue un ataque de 5 golpes en el cual yo planifiqué y el cuarto golpe lo lanzó a la lona, pero el quinto golpe venía ya en camino y le di cuando ya estaba abajo.
I would have to say that at the moment that I heard him, I already had in my mind, and my mindset was I was going to throw a 5-punch combination. The fourth one's that sent him to the canvas. The fifth one's already in motion. That's the one that hit him while he was down.
Got to give him some credit, though, Salido, because some guys could have stayed down and tried to get a DQ.
Tienen que darle un poco de credibilidad a Salido porque se hubiese podido aprovechar de la situación, quedarse en la lona y ganar por una descalificación.
Sí, realmente me dijeron esta parte ahora a última hora. Realmente no fue mi intención darle después de que cayera en el piso, pero solo veníamos en el mismo impulso de golpe.
Yeah, they told me that after the fight, obviously. It's something I didn't do with intention, and my hat's off to him for not doing that.
What's next for Yuriorkis Gamboa?
¿Qué sigue para el futuro de Yuriorkis Gamboa?
Bueno, este es el momento en el cual quería estar. Ahora mi promotor Ame Onen y mi manejador Antonio González están garantizándome un nuevo combate para ver si peleamos con los mejores que quedan en este peso.
He goes, I have to say that I leave that to my promoter, Ahmed Owner, my manager, Antonio Gonzalez, who have been speaking about different type of opponents that I can capitalize, obviously, economically at a better purses, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm a unified champion, and as a unified champion, I think it brings a lot more to the table than anybody else.
There's a lot of pressure on him, though, because I'm a Miami guy. I'm very fond of Cuban fighters. You know, I used to train with Luis Rodriguez and Florentino Fernandez. This young man is my favorite young fighter, so tell him there's a lot of damn pressure on him to unify the championship.
Yo reconozco que tú tenías mucha presión esta noche para unificar estos títulos. Yo te digo que siendo de Miami yo también, yo sé mucho de boxeo cubano, yo he entrenado junto con Florentino Fernández y supe que hubo una presión muy inmensa sobre ti esta noche y pudiste superar. Tu opinión.
Bueno, realmente fue una gran impresión, verdaderamente estaba bien concentrado, aunque fue bastante la presión a la que tenía en el día de hoy, al cumplir con no solamente conmigo mismo, sino con mi fanaticada, con mi promotor, con mi manager, de haberle prometido que iba a unificar este título.
He goes, no, I agree with you, but I have to attribute to my focus. I had tremendous concentration for this fight. I did feel the amount of pressure that I had, not only to myself, but to my fans, my promoter, my manager, and promising everyone I was going to unify the title. I did feel it, but at the same time, my focus, my concentration, and the work I put into this fight, paid off at the end.
Final questions. When can we expect a fight with Lopez, and will he defeat Lopez?
Última pregunta. ¿Cuándo podemos esperar la pelea esta con Juan Manuel Lopez? ¿Y tú crees que te ganas a Juan Manuel Lopez?
Bueno, realmente esta pelea ya está planificada hace tiempo. Lo que en el momento en el cual hemos querido obtenerla, ellos han visto que mi superioridad ha sido mucho mejor y han alargado realmente este combate. Pero bueno, esperamos que este combate no se alargue más y que el año que viene, como prometieron, se cumpla.
It's a fight that they keep talking about. They've talked about for a long time. They promised to me for a long time. But I think that they see that I keep correcting my errors and I keep getting better and better, and they keep postponing the fight and they keep putting it off and putting it off. Hopefully it can, pay off on what they promised me, and that will make that fight happen next year.
First off, how is his preparation for his upcoming fight with Marquez?
Tu preparación para la pelea de Márquez.
Está empezando por completo, como la pelea pues se detuvo, pues tenemos una preparación nueva que vamos a trabajar al 100%.
We have to start over. Start in the beginning again. We're going real well. The postponement, made us stop, but it'll be good. I have enough time.
Is that a difficult thing for you as a fighter to be prepped, ready to go, fights ready to happen, and then bingo, we have a postponement?
Fue difícil que la pelea ya estabas tú casi ready y que te la pararan.
Lo difícil es que no pude de ir de vacaciones con mis hijos, pero no, me avisaron con tiempo y pudimos detener el entrenamiento y nos preparamos para el 6 de noviembre.
The only thing, I would enjoy some vacation with my kids before I started working for the fight. Because I started working, we couldn't go anywhere. But, that's your job, and the preparation will be the same. It'll be a good one.
You're a pretty complete fighter. What are the things you're working on the most to improve the Lopez game?
Obviamente eres un peleador muy completo, que hay que mejorar.
Hay que ir con muy buena condición física y sobre todo mucha velocidad para poderlo dominar. Esa es la clave para ganarle.
For this fight coming up, all I need is speed, and that's what we have to work on real hard, pick up the speed, and just keep it up for 12 rounds.
What did you think of Gamboa's performance tonight?
¿Cómo viste tú a Gamboa?
Gamboa creo que todavía le faltan algunas cosas, baja mucho las manos, recibe muchos golpes, se cansa. Hoy creo que esto todavía tiene que aprender más de esto.
He showed us tonight he still has a lot to learn. He's putting his hands down. He looked a little tired there, a lot of grabbing. I think we all realized tonight, and he probably did himself, that he still has a lot to learn in the pro game.
It's a fight, I can tell you from somebody that's out there, that probably, with the exception of Pacquiao and Mayweather, it's probably the most anticipated fight in boxing, your fight with him. Do you realize that?
Sé que en el boxeo, creo que dice que nomás la pelea de Pacquiao con Mayweather puede ser más grande que la tuya y de Gamboa. ¿Tú consideras que esa pelea puede ser tan grande para el boxeo?
Bueno, yo espero que sí. Eso es lo que se está trabajando. Esperamos que sea una pelea bien grande y sobre todo que yo salga ganador.
I think it will even be bigger. It'll be bigger. We beat our guys that we're supposed to beat. I think when we do meet, it's going to be a big, big fight, and I'm hopefully I'll be the winner.
In terms of where he ranks himself right now in the pound-for-pound echelon of boxing, where does he rate himself?
En libra por libra, ¿dónde estás ahorita tú? ¿En qué parte?
Eso es algo que yo le dejo al público, a los expertos que lo decidan, pero yo creo que estoy entre los mejores. Yo creo que en mi división soy el mejor definitivamente.
That's something for the experts, for the media, for the fans to decide. I think I'm the best in my division, I can tell you that.
and give us a prediction for the fight with Marquez.
Un pronóstico para esa pelea.
Una pelea que va a ser fuerte los primeros asaltos, pero yo creo que velocidad va a ser la clave y terminando la pelea debo estar noqueándolo, sino ganándolo por decisión.
You know, I think it's going to be a real tough fight. I expect a tough fight, but I think my speed will eventually take over. I think I'll eventually hurt him, and I'll knock him out in the late rounds.
All right, best of luck. We look forward to this fight with Marquez and an eventual fight with that guy we saw tonight, Gamboa.
Uno esperan verte muy pronto con un triunfo sobre Márquez y la pelea con Gamboa.
No, sí, yo también espero eso me gustaría hacerlo ya lo más pronto posible. Esperamos que para junio esa pelea se dé.
You know, hopefully, after we get done with Marquez, we look at Gamboa, and hopefully we'll do it next year in June.
All right, congratulations on another fine performance, and maybe we'll hook up and have some Bustelo or some cafe in Miami. Congratulations. So overall, I thought it was a good performance for Gamboa. Played around a little bit, clowned around a little bit, but I think the 12 rounds against a real tough guy like Salido will do him a lot of good. I got to give Salido a lot of credit. I mentioned it to Gamboa, the fact that he didn't stay down when he could have, like a lot of fighters with lesser heart would have done. He got back up and fought, and of course Gamboa went on to win the unanimous decision. Let's hope we get that fight with Lopez. It's one that I think will be a barn burner. For InThisCornerTV.com, brought to you by Tecate, I'm Smitty.